Hey there, fellow monster slayers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ale and Tale Tavern. Episode 3, Hunting the Critters of the Night. The other quest I have, kill creatures, zombies and boars. My axe is about to break, so if I want to reasonably do this quest, and, you know, it does pay, right? It's almost 800 coin, it's a pretty good payout. I will need to buy a new axe. Which is fine, I guess. And I'm out of barley. Oh no, I have barley. Okay. And yeah, as any good bartender, I'm standing on the bar. Like, what was that horrible movie? Wolf something? I don't know. The trauma of that movie. I, like, somehow blocked it out of my mind. As one does. Ugly coyote, yes. Coyote, not wolf. Coyote. Oh, speaking of wolves. A quest to kill wolves. Wolves are a bit trickier to kill than most of the other creatures in this game. So they aren't fun to fight because they're pretty fast. But, you know, whatever. Get out of here, lady. Drunkard. Okay, we gotta swap the kegs around. I almost drank that ale. And you, oh, well, there you go. Here's the ale. Now, in this case, I think what I'm gonna do... Actually, let's brew... No, I'll brew ale. But we are going to want to start brewing beer as well. I'm going to move the brewing pot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the decision that this is going to be my brewing area. Now that we have this, like, side room opened up. And I'm going to start a barley wort. Because barley wort is still used to make beer. So we have ale there. And I'm going to want another barrel for beer. Eventually. And almost have the coin I need. We're so close. Alright, these 3 people will put me over the... I already have the requirement. So once they're done, we'll do the waiting. Means use the last 3 patrons for a little bit. So I can set up waiting. So in terms of setting up waiting, here's how I like to do it. I like to put all of the dishes in its own, like, designated spot so that I can keep track of it, of what we have and what we need. So what I'll do is I'll put beer over here. That makes no sense. Beer not next to the kegs. Let's switch that around. Porridge here. It's mostly just cosmetic. Ale. I'll put beer there, and I'll put corn there. Okay. So let's go buy the helper after cleaning up a little bit. And what the helper will do, the waiter helper, they'll just grab whatever dish people order. They'll, like, well, it's easier to show than say. They get dispatched from their station, take the order, and then go pick up the order and deliver it. So they do the order deliveries. So here in furniture, here's the helper waiter. There goes all the money I saved up. And I took another kill quest. So I'm going to drop the waiter... ideally you want to drop the waiter, like, kind of close to where the table is. We'll just drop him here. And yes, it is an owl. Oh, crap. Never cools, never spoils. Magical Tavern. Which ain't a stretch, considering I'm killing, like, zombies out here. So, lining up all of our food so that the waiter can access it is the way to go. Yeah, my quest came to me. All right, so here we go. We'll see the whole process. I'll follow Mr. Theobald here, and we'll see how the waiting works. So, the helper goes up, says, oh, you want a fried board steak? Okay, well, that is the one thing the waiter can't do anything about. You know, because, you know, I don't have it on the... So I'll put it here. And then I'm also subsequently going to take it off the menu because that's literally my last fried board steak that I have. So put it there, the waiter grabbed it and is delivering it, and done. Fried board steak is no longer on the menu now. And you can have as many of them hired as you want, as far as I know. So this one will be a little bit more straightforward. Boiled corn. I already have 3 boiled corn on the shelf here. Waiter grabs 1 and delivers it. And as long as I keep the serving slots, you know, stocked, I don't necessarily need to do the individual order deliveries myself. So we have 4 porridge, 4 corn, 3 ale, and I just leveled up again for compost and compost bins.
Greetings, traveler.
What did I want? I wanted 1 mug or another ale slot. What I'd like to do... Oh boy. Okay, waiter is gonna get overwhelmed. What I would like to do is the next quest, talking to the merchant, so I'm gonna close to do that. And then I might have you guys vote on whether I do like business as usual or a side quest or the main quest. I'll have you ultimately decide. Once you pair the waiter helper with the cleaner helper, you can serve customers and clear tables pretty efficiently without, you know, player input. You'll have to do some dishes and do some cooking, but you're no longer required in the front. Put zombie on the menu? If only. And now that I'm level 6, I opened up another room, which also unfortunately means that we have been filthy as a result, because having another room means another room full of like broken boxes that need to get destroyed. And I'm gonna break my axe in the process. Yeah, there it goes.
Rumors have it that a magical animal has appeared in the forest. Not quite a horse, not quite a donkey. It seems something has happened. Go and check on it. Not as a duty, but as a friend.
Find the glowing creature. So, what to work towards? Expand, tavern, side quest, main quest. We'll just call it main quest for lack of a better term. So you guys can vote on the side quest that I have right now is to kill boars and zombies, wolves, jumping spiders, and spitting spiders. The spiders and the zombies I'm really only going to be able to find at night, but the boars and the wolves I'll be able to find during the day. Working on the tavern would be adding potentially fried toad legs, beer, or boar steak back in the menu. Fried toad legs you get from toads out in the swamps. And they actually don't fight back, so they're pretty easy. Another thing that would be nice to have would be compost. Because I have all these apple cores that have been like thrown on the ground and discarded. The thing about that is I would need a little bit more coin for the compost bin. I don't have enough yet. And it looks to me like side questing is going to be the popular option. Copy that. Alright, let's continue to break down these barrels so that our tavern isn't needlessly dirty. Here's the blend. the plan is to hunt boar and wolves. So what I'm going to do is while I hunt the boars and wolves, I'm going to open the tavern back up and let the waiter wait. And if the, if customers end up just like not having any food, not a big deal. Honestly, whatever. I'll survive. So we're going to go for 7 more boars and then like 8 wolves. And I did take some apples with me for healing. And I'm looking back to see like how many customers are coming in. Because despite having a waiter, once we get like a certain amount, I'm probably going to need to do some cleaning and restocking and things like that. Where are the boar? See, hella apples. And that there is the magical animal that's glowing. That would be the main quest. Ooh, I found barley. That's nice. Like how there was a boar like in my backyard. Somehow I overlooked. Now on the top left you can see the gold and experience I'm gaining from serving patrons. And once you see those numbers like stop moving, it's a pretty good indicator that like you need to go back and do work. And later on down the line you will get the ability to unlock additional serving tables so that you can have like a ton of stockpiled stuff. But all that stockpiled stuff costs money, of course, right? Like having extra dishes, extra tables, extra, you name it, whatever. Which isn't something that I can necessarily afford at the moment. We poor. Barely able to settle operational costs. Alright, we are missing 2 of each. 1, 2, 1, 2. In this case, I can just hold E and put all the dishes down, and it just, by chance, went correctly, but that's like a total by chance. Normally it wouldn't. So what later on, once I have more money and can afford more stuff, I tend to like to have an entire shelves dedicated to the one thing, just so it's a little bit more easy to organize. And I'm nearly out of corn. So I think a really good use of my time, even though you didn't necessarily vote on it, will be to sow an entire garden bed of corn, which is fertilized, so that I get more bang for my buck. Because the once I buy a compost bin, the compost is essentially free, and it will increase the yields by like 50%-ish. It's kind of a big deal. Oh god, why are you... Well, they really want me to compost because they're dropping apple cores everywhere too. So there's only one spot in the entire map where compost bins go. So if you're confused as to where they go, here's the answer. Because it doesn't really explain. The only valid spot is right here next to Scarecrow. And the way it works is you dump like either slop or apple cores in it, and then you pull the compost out, and then you can fertilize the plots. And now that I have a waiter, I can like kind of do other tasks between restocking, which is really nice, and then the cleaners will do the other half once I earn more coin for that. Unless you want me to buy, like, because there's other things we could buy. Like setting up for beer or something like that. All right, we need 2 corn and a porridge. Have to afford more help. Yeah, no kidding. I'm a lot of coins away from that. All right, so all the other apple cores that we've had so far, I might as well just turn into compost. There's really no reason not to. They don't. I mean, you can sell them to the merchant, but they're more valuable as compost. And there we go. We've composted and fertilized everything. And I have a little bit of fertilizer left over. Get lost. Alright, now let's grab the corn seeds.
Greetings, traveler.
And there's also barley seeds here too. So I'm going to buy both. My first batch, I'm actually going to plant barley. I think we're kind of low on barley. And if I'm going to... Barley is one of those things like you need a lot more than corn. There's only a few dishes that require corn, but there's like hella dishes that require barley. You know, every bread, every beer, ale, etc. Or as animal fodder, you know, later on. So barley is like a kind of a no-brainer. Dang it! Owl, stop getting people loaded. You gotta cut them off early. Keep having to bounce them with my broom. Finding more farmland? Yep, that all gets unlocked later on. So it looks like I need, what, 2 porridges? Oops, grab 3, whatever. Put the extra one there. How is money not coming in? I know I just, like, spent it on seeds. There we go. We're starting to get money again. It's like, man, I've been serving customers. I don't have any more money. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just realized. Oh, no, we're all set. Okay, so this is the ale. Perfect. So let's move the fermenter now into our fermentation room. I'll put it over here, and we are going to start a batch of beer this time, which needs hops, which I do not have, so we're going to have to buy those. Owl's pocketing my money.
Traveler?
Yeah, wouldn't that be a hoot? Alright, beer barrel. Now, the beer barrel itself is not enough because we're also going to need to buy a new keg and keg stand. Because I can brew it, but like, if I have nowhere to put it, that's not all that helpful. And all that barley's already grown. That didn't take very long. Okay, cool. The beer is set. So I think the stand costs 200. And then I'll get back to like side questing. One of the reasons why I took a little break from the side questing is it will give the animals time to respawn. So we did sort of kill them all off. No, probably not all, but many. Well, cheers, Dante. Happy to have you here. The other thing I could do is put the steaks down and offer steaks back on the menu again. Oh, dang it. I wasn't having any drunkard like not really very many drunkard problems, and then the owl started to serve them, and now everyone's getting... You're roofing them, aren't you? I knew it. Now, what are we missing? We are missing lots of corn. So, ale... corn. At least money's coming in. I'll be able to get that keg stand and keg in a minute. But I won't be able to make any more corn until I grow it. I'm out. And you can't buy corn off the merchant. You can only buy the seeds. So,
Traveler?
I already bought the seeds, actually, now that I think about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the tavern. So I can catch up on some back work. I wish I had, like, a little bit more gold, but whatever. We possibly will side quest for it. Alright. So instead of getting 2 barley per, I'm getting 3. So we'll get 45 barley off of this. Which is a good amount, considering we bought the seeds for like 75 coin. And then we sell the beer. You know, I don't know the markup off the top of my head, but it's considerable amounts of markup for investment cost. And then back to side questing that I've neglected. One of the other reason to wait is I am not able to kill like zombies and spiders at night. So it's side quests that are best suited for nighttime anyway. And you can fertilize before or after the seeds go in. Makes no difference. You cannot, however, fertilize once it's fully grown. So you can't just, like, add fertilizer to a fully grown crop and expect higher yields. You have to do it in the growing phase. Otherwise, it won't take. There we go. All the corn we need for the next boiled corn batch. And now, instead of opening back up, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start hunting to actually do what you guys voted on, surprisingly. And any apple trees I find out here, I ought to grab, because I can turn them into fertilizer. So a reminder of the side quests we've got. We got boars, zombies, wolves, spiders. Yeah, I think the owl and the scarecrow, you're right, they're in cahoots. We got a grower and a dealer in our midst. Alright, got some more boar. So I've been doing dodges, but you don't need to. You can also block. I just find dodging a little bit easier to do. Because some of the enemies will do like a mega stomping sort of attack, which has a stunning effect even if you do dodge it, but that's more like bear. That, and if I do face tank, oh well, I eat apples and generate fertilizer. Not much of a problem if you ask me. 3 more boar. And it's becoming nighttime, so we should be able to kill... Oh, you're already dead. Yeah, I already killed you. We should be able to do some of the nighttime enemies as well. Hakuna Matata, boy! Ow! Nope, I dodged you. And this does mean that, like, boar steaks will be back on the menu, I think. Should have plenty at the end of this. Here's the last boar we need. Perfect. Now, unfortunately, the completion is tethered to how many zombies I kill as well. At least this step is done. Now I can embarrass myself fighting wolves, because I'm really bad at fighting wolves. So let's go find some wolves. So, wolves, both types of spiders, and zombies. Oh, you look like a zombie. Perfect. God, what I wouldn't give for a better weapon. Later on, you get, like, a whole weapon. Yeah, there's a lot more weapons than just an axe. Only 3 more zombies. Oh, let's not fight a bear. I'm not being paid to do it, so we'll avoid it. That's normal. Pay no attention to the, like, jumbo-sized hell nest in the sky. Oh, alright. So here's a spitting spider. One of the 2 types. Where they will spit webs at you, and you have to dodge them, and they will also poison you. Once you get, like, accustomed to their attack patterns, it's possible to do a pretty good job dodging, but once you're webbed, like, it becomes pretty challenging, because now my speed and distance suck. But whatever, more fertilizer. And then this is also an orc encampment, and I'm not interested in fighting the orcs, not unless I'm being, again, paid to do it, so I'm going to avoid them. Because I don't need to wear out my axe for no reason. Now, there is treasure in their encampments, but, like, I'm not going to be worried about that until I'm asked to clear them out. Two more zombies. Got it. It is midnight, or 1 in the morning. So we still have some nighttime hours to kill zombies. That is the other type of spider. So the one I had killed, as you can see, is a spitting spider, and this is a jumping spider. Giant horde of barley. I like that. Where's the zombies? I only need 2 more zombies. Come on, zombies. Where are ya? What a completed quest give you? Depends on the quest. For many quests, it's just gold. But for some quests, especially main quests, it's going to be like new unlocked recipes or weapons or furniture that you can put down or consumables or something like that. There is essentially a main quest line of this game, and you're incentivized to complete it. Lots more fertilizer. Good, good, good. Well, we're about to be half done with our jumping spiders. Oh man, you really got me. So of these quests, 800 gold for the boar zombies, 600 for the wolves, and almost 900 for the spiders. And that's a lot of money. Like, if I did all that, I would be able to hire a new cleaner, which would be amazing. Making my life a lot easier. Oh, I thought I dodged that. There is a death penalty. When you die in the game, you respawn, but like at a loss of coins, and the coins scale to how many coins you have total. So the wealthier you are, the more penalizing it is. But you do not have to go back. Like, you die with your stuff, so you don't just ditch it. It's also worth noting, and I'll point this out, in multiplayer, when people leave your server, that pack right there, this one, is where their stuff drops. It's like bound to the server. So if someone comes in and like harvests all your corn, and you're like, where the hell did my corn go? It's in this backpack, which is like the multiplayer bag. Alright, doing a little inventory management. It might be too... Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to find any more zombies, because we're nearly in daylight hours. So I'll probably have to put a pause on, we'll see. What ends up happening is the nighttime creatures will just, like, invisibly, like, just go invisible and despawn in daylight time. So, if I can't find any spiders or zombies, that's because they've despawned. Which I think they probably already have by now. And I don't have any, well, no, we have a quest to kill wolves, so I take that back. Well, maybe I'll try to hunt some wolves. Oh, one of the wild corn is still out here. And this is the farming region. Ooh, I got some hops. So I'm just looting some of the, like, loot boxes that I obviously see on the open. But that's about it. That's an orc encampment, so I'm not going to go in there. And every other animal around here are boar, which I don't have a quest to hunt anymore. Or just people waiting for food deliveries. But because I don't carry the food on me, I don't want to talk to them because, you know, I don't really want to do those food deliveries. Typically, there are wolves that spawn where I am now. I'm not seeing any of them right now, so I'm probably going to go back to managing the tavern, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to hunt the wolves at the moment. We'll have to wait on that. They were just choosing not to spawn. Good news is we have a hell of a lot of apples. So the current priority is manage the tavern and hunt at night. The Vavern, yes, I know how to type. Manage the Vavern, or Vatern. There we go. Manage the Tavern and hunt at night. So we'll go back on the hunt at night, because the spiders and zombies that we need to hunt aren't going to be out during the day. So let's open this bad boy back up. All food delivery quests on the board. Don't want any of them. But what I will do is buy a barrel holder and a barrel from the merchant, which will allow us to start selling beer, not just ale, increasing our variety and XP and profits. So the barrel holder goes down, and the beer goes down. Oh, we're also going to need mugs. And let's make some more boar steaks too. I haven't hunted any of the frogs, so that's 2BD. If we want to start getting frog legs on the menu. But for now, we'll start with just beer. Oh boy. All the patrons all at once.
Traveler?
So the furniture that I'd really like to unlock here would be the serving table. Well, that's at a whopping 11. So it's going to be a little tricky to keep everything in stock if we're going up to 4s. So I might have to just go up to 3. Although I haven't actually added beer to the menu. There we go. Now it is. And then let's make sure that the corn that we started to boil continues. I'll come back and harvest the rest in just a second. I just wanted to get this moving. Can you buy any of the animal products from the merchant? Most, no. Mugs are reusable unless you deliver them to a food delivery quest. If you deliver them to a food delivery quest, then they are not reusable. Okay, we're missing an ale. We're missing a boar steak. And you're drunk. Get lost. All of our shelves are stocked, so it gives me a chance to tend the garden. And for now, I'll probably just fertilize it and then leave it, because I don't have any immediate needs for crops. I don't know what I'm going to need next between barley and corn, so I'm not going to even bother buying the seeds until it's obvious. And what I'm going to be saving up towards is the cleaner now. I mean, that's easily the next most important investment. Okay, we're missing steaks. And that's it. Could I plant the hops I found? Nope, they're not hop seeds, they're just hops. You can't plant hops ever in this game. Alright, all shelves are stocked. Perfect. How is our owl friend? Service speed, 85%. So not perfect, but not bad. That's like acceptable. We're missing a corn. And I don't have any more plates. Okay. We are using about the same amount of beer and ale. So I'm going to start a barley wort, and then we can turn it into either beer or ale, depending on what we end up needing. Okay, what are we missing? We are missing an ale and one of you, one of you. Thank you for tuning in to Ale and Tale Tavern, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions or feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow patrons.